We're on Mikvaot Parak Vav Mishnah Hey. In our Mishnah, we're going to, fifth Mishnah, the sixth chapter of Masechet Mikvaot, we're going to discuss the fascinating issue of what we call the keli mikveh. We all have seen this. Okay, so here's the keli mikveh, very good. But you don't dunk the stuff in there. You dunk the stuff, put it in the basket, and then you dunk it. Here we have like a mikveh. But you can see you have like a mesh, there's like a mesh container inside the mikveh. The reason you do this is because otherwise, if you don't do it inside that, then it's going to fall in and you're never going to see your knife again. You're going to drop your little strainer thing, you're going to drop your apple core, and then you're going to lose all your stuff. So now the question is, is the basket a problem? Because then you're not toveling in the mikveh, you're toveling in the basket. Says the Mishnah, it depends on what kind of basket you're using. Shida teva. Shida is like a dresser. Teva is like some kind of chest. Shebayam, and it's in the sea, it's in the river, whatever. That, I guess that's what people they would construct this thing, and they would take an old piece of furniture and stick it in the river. Ein matbilim b'hem, you can't do tovila, you can't tovel in them. Ela im kain, unless hayunu kuvim kishvafer tanod. So if you stick it in the sea, it's going to eventually fill up with water, but it has to have an opening, like we said, the size of shvafer tanod, enough to make the two fingers turn. Shvafer tanod is the opening of the water pouch, and that was the standard size. Rabbi Yehuda says it depends. Bikli gadol. No, if it's a large vessel and you're doing tefillah in a large vessel, arba tvachim has to have an opening of 4 tvachim. Ubekatan, and if it's a small vessel, rubo, then it has to be broken down the majority of it. Meaning, if it's larger than 9 tvachim, then it has to have. So that's what he said. Kli gadol. Kagon bar tisha tvachim o yoter. If it's more than 9 tvachim, 9 or more, then dimiuto avi arba tvachim. Then the minimum, then it's a minority of it. Then less than half is 4 tvachim. Then it's enough with 4 tvachim. But if it's a small one, rubo, you have to break most of it. So Rabbi Yehuda says it's not enough. Shofar torah. It has to be a much larger. Break. Im hayasak o kupa. If it was made of sackcloth, or kupa is a basket. So this is about to do it for a second. Basket. Sal asui minitzarim shel arava klufim. It's made of arava. It's made of like lulav pieces. So it's basically a basket made of woven. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, you made of arava, whatever you made. It's a woven basket. Then then it's fine. Why? If it's full of holes or even a sack, then it's not a problem. That's why, obviously, then our keli mikveh is not a problem at all. The water is all mixed. It's got these holes in it. It's even if it's a mesh, you got a metal mesh basket in there. Here, I don't think the metal mesh goes down, but you can see there's a basket in there. The water is all mixed. There's tons of little holes. So that's not a problem at all. If your sackcloth or your basket is under that sinor, under the remember we had, let's say you have a picture of a drain pipe, and so the water goes through this basket and through the drain pipe. It's like kind of like, I guess, a filter. And now mikveh. They're not posted the mikveh. It's not a problem. The water is not ma'im she'uvim. Ela matbilim otam uma'alim otam kedarkam. Rather, you tovel them and you bring them up kedarkam in their normal way. That's obvious. But he's saying kagon, where Bartunura says kagon mikveh sheish bar arba'im sa'ah mitzum samot. If the mikveh is just arba'im sa'ah. So we're going to say later on in another Mishnah that if you have a mikveh of exactly arba'im sa'ah, some items soak up water. So when you tovel them, you have to be careful not to keep the water in them, because then you'll have less than 40 sa'ah, like a kar v'keset shel or like a blanket made of leather. But here, and therefore you have to tovel them upside down. But here, ubisak v'kupa, with a sackcloth, with a sack or with a basket, lo chashiv, we're not worried about soaking up water. We're not worried that it's going to pick up enough water of ma'im she'uvim to make, even if it's only 40 sa'ah, to make the mikvah pasul. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.